or two.
Guys, welcome to the stream. Let me first start off today talking about something I noticed. And I post on Instagram, and if you're not following me there, please go follow me there. Follow me on every social media platform in case I get kicked off here. That way I can keep you in the loop of what's going on in the world. Anyway, they put in this new feature today, or two new features. This one here, if you go to your content preferences, now they quietly added this setting to hide political content from you. Okay, so you need to follow these steps to get it back into your feed. So go to your content preferences, then hit political content right there. Weird that political content. Why would you even want to throttle that? And then go to don't limit. Okay, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to go ahead and they're amping up for the election cycle's coming. So what do they got to do? Well, also they're doing this right here, fact checking. This is new. Reduced by fact checking. So whenever these liberal mama's boys are in their basements eating Cheetos, they're fact checking conservatives, because they only fact check conservatives, by the way. They only do that. Go there and then click on don't reduce. Now they try to make this language very tricky, because they want you to accidentally put reduce more or reduce by default. Put don't reduce. That way you don't have any of your content reduced of the people you follow, because you're probably following people that you agree with, like-minded people. Now, there's some crazy people that follow people that hate, like people that follow me. It's weird. They hate my guts, but they watch they watch every single video. But anyway, do that so that way you can keep in contact with the people you freaking follow, instead of them trying to put TNA in your face, man. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you off course, putting these chicks that dude, Instagram is about as bad as Pornhub. It really is. They're girls do not care on there. They'll do anything to get followers. And men, they want to put that in front of your face. So your weekend is just like the Romans, bread and circus. You're not paying attention to what's going on around you. Keep focused, gentlemen. Keep focused. Okay. Anyway, it's similar to the same kind of thing like this right here. Oh, what happens when you fight a deep state that doesn't exist? And then it turns out the deep state is actually kind of awesome. So we always knew the deep state exists, but this is the kind of bull crap that these guys are pulling. They want to this is called gaslighting. And, you know, some people are waking up to it, like this libtard here. Look at this post from 3/19/24 to 3/21/24. I hate you, MAGA Fs, and I can't wait for Trump to lose. It is with a heavy heart I'm now voting for Trump. Saying this, I'm swallowing my pride. This is how the tides are turning. This is how it's turning, guys. So anyway, we've been talking about squatters quite a bit. I showed a video of a lady in New York getting squatted, getting arrested by trying to get the squatters out. Some vigilantes went to try to get her out. And there's actually been vigilante squads going around. I actually saw some videos. Vigilante squads are going around kicking out squatters. And the thing is this is what happens, police, when you're not doing your job. And the thing is that conservatives want to back the blue, but a lot of times, and I'm not saying all cops don't do their jobs, because I don't believe in blanket statements. A lot of people want a blanket statement. Screw all cops. That's not the case. There's a lot of cops that follow orders, just like the Nuremberg trials. I was just following orders. You can't do that. You have to do what's right. Do what you're paid to do, the oath you took, and stand up for what's right. Some of them are doing it. A lot of them are not. More than less. There's more of them that's not doing what they're supposed to do. They're standing by. And what will happen is people will take justice into their own hands. And then you'll be a criminal for doing that, for doing what's right. But this tragic story here, this woman was murdered by squatters. She looks like a nice young lady. In New York, Nadia Vitale was savagely beaten to death and stuffed in a duffel bag after trying to enter her late mother's upscale home in Manhattan, which had been vacant for 3 months. The suspects fled, but New York's law on trespassers having property rights over 30 days might actually work in their favor. So they may get away with some kind of self-defense plea. That's how people talk about fear porn, doom and gloom. Dude, the world is burning. Sit back and watch the movie. It's happening in front of your eyes. Like, I don't know how many, like, it's mind-blowing to me these past few years I've been making these videos. And every day I have some moron that says doom, gloom, fear porn. This stuff is happening. The world is upside down. It's not just America, it's the entire world. But you live here. And because you're too busy watching Taylor Swift concerts and drinking Starbucks, you can't see what's happening in front of your eyes. Now, a lot of people will just watch the news and just, okay, I'll believe everything they said. Listen, false flags are incoming. There was an attack in Russia this evening, okay? This is the lie of the night, by the way. This is the lie of the night. News reports say that ISIS has claimed attack on Moscow concert hall that killed 40. And it might be a lie. Why is ISIS attacking Russia now? Now, the U.S. came out and said that Americans for the next 48 hours don't need to be in large crowds because they're suspecting some kind of Russian retaliation. What does that sound like? Predictive programming. Let's go ahead and warn Americans there may be a response to what happened in Moscow. And then we're going to go direct kinetic war with Russia. So U.S. officials have told CBS News that the U.S. has intelligence confirming the claims and responsibility and that they have no reason to doubt those claims. The U.S. official has also confirmed that the U.S. provided intelligence to Russia about a potential attack on the intelligence community's duty to warn requirement. So it just so happens now we're going to help out Russia? Give me a freaking break. Give me a break. Dude, if you believe this, I mean, man, I got some property for you, dude. I got some waterfront. Won't be much land to it, but I've got. Hit me up. Send me an email. I got some for you. Pretty much all possible organizations capable of attacking Moscow are U.S. proxies. All of them. We have Ukraine, ISIS, Al Qaeda. Who trained those guys? Who trained Al Qaeda? Do you know? CIA or Chechen separates. So Russia is fighting America through Ukraine, and it's been fighting U.S.-backed ISIS Al Qaeda terrorists in Syria since 2015. What does that sound like? And then we have this other false flag. So we got a ton of false flags going on. This one here, check this out. Continued threat. Now, you might remember this. Donald Trump killed Soleimani in a drone strike. So continued threat of Iranian retaliation against homeland over Soleimani killing, FBI warns. So an Iran operative attempted to pay people in America $300,000 to assassinate former National Security Advisor John Bolton in a revenge plot for Soleimani's death. Now, back in 2022, January, the Iranian president, if you remember, I did a video on this. If you didn't watch it, you need to watch every video we do because we drop goose eggs in every video, and we rarely ever wrong. He said that the former Iranian president said if that former president Donald Trump was not criminally tried in court over the assassination of Soleimani, that, and this was during the 2-year anniversary of Soleimani's death, he stated that if Trump or Mike Pompeo are not tried in a court for the criminal act of assassinating General Soleimani, Muslims will take out martyrs' revenge. He also said that the aggressor, murderer, and main culprit, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, must be tried and judged under the law of retribution. And this was followed by a release of an animated video threatening to drone strike Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And it said, revenge is definite. So now, why is that important? Oh, yeah. ISIS did it. Yeah. Okay. Why is that important? They're losing to Trump. This post just came out from the FBI. The FBI just said this. So Trump's winning. He's probably going to win an election. Nikki Haley, they funded Nikki Haley. That didn't work. They tried to take him off the ballot. That didn't work. Supreme Court overruled that. So what do we have now? We have assassination. Pretty much that's all they got left. Okay. He's got the money. He's got the money to overcome all these legal battles. He's not going to get any of these indictments. It's a joke. It's just to tie up funds and stuff. So what's the last resort? Assassination. We just heard a representative, elected official, said that he may have a heart attack. So this is what you call the old adage, 2 birds, 1 stone. Take out Trump and get the war with Iran they've been wanting. This is called predictive programming. So when it happens, you're not too alarmed. You're like, oh, well, they were threatening it because of Soleimani. And then this will give them the pass to go to war with Iran like the neocons wanted. Lindsey Graham has been calling for it. Nikki Haley was calling for it. So and plenty of other ones, plenty of other neocons, warmongers, paid by big military. They will now get exactly what they want with that false flag. Take out Trump, go to war with Iran. Because they need war. That's how they get rich. They need the war. You know? This is exactly what these boys do. And they've done this throughout history. They've done this in other countries. Why do you think they won't do it here? You have to know they would. You know? But why do they want to go to war with Iran? That's the big question. Why do they want to go to war? Well, because the people they're funded by, the group they're funded by that you can't talk about, the same group that Candace Owens talked about and got fired from the Daily Wire, by the way. You can't talk about this group because if you do, because they own everything, that's who wants to go to war with Iran. So they tell the puppets, because they're the puppet masters, they tell the puppets, we need a war with Iran. But again, this is what we're talking about. They're the same group that's funding to get the southern border opened up to send people here. I talked to the guy down at the border today, the same guy that was feeding me information before. Chinese are down there, military. This is coming through word of other people from other countries that China military soldiers, operatives, have a big play down there in Mexico, along with the cartel. They've got their hand in it. This is so upside down, and if you can't see it, man, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's a bad day. Did you guys see this? Let me throw this out there. I meant to talk about this last night. City of Chicago sues Glock, alleging design flaw allows guns to be converted to fire automatic rounds. So we're not gonna talk about the boxes and crates full of the switches that China's sending over to convert them to fully automatic. We're going to hold. This is the leftist nonsense that I just can't get over. I can't get over the hypocrisy. And again, people are like doom and gloom, fear porn. Dude, go look at X. I'm on X. Go look over there. I just posted a video of a man eating a leg in Wasco, California, in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day, eating a leg. When were you ever cool just seeing some guy eating a freaking human leg in the middle of the street in the middle of the day? Tell me. I'll wait. I'll wait. Fear porn, doom and gloom people. Tell me. The country is on fire, dude. You better be strapped, frosty, and dangerous. I'm telling you. It's just like this guy right here last night whenever I was talking about the ATF guy says something's fishy. He says, ATF dude, stop. He was breaking the law. You're acting like an idiot, a complete idiot. There's nothing suspicious whatsoever about this. Just stop. There's plenty to be critical of. This was not one of them. Focus on the law, disagree with it, and keep working on changing it. But as the law stands now, this dude was breaking it. And your view and commentary is why someone would call you all the things. Just stop with this. This is what you call a sheep, because this is the same guy that loves gun laws and infringements, because all gun laws are infringements, every single one. Having to go get a concealed weapon permit to carry a firearm is an infringement. Having to pay money for a tax stamp for a suppressor is an infringement. Not being able to own what firearms you want to own. Buying 150 firearms like the gentleman did that was murdered by the ATF, and then them investigating that is an infringement. All gun laws are infringements. The Second Amendment is very clear, saying that, oh, felons shouldn't. Anytime I hear a law-abiding citizen, dude, you remember 2020? Do you remember the laws? Like this guy right here is the same guy that's talking crap. I done deleted this comment. He's the same guy that supports tyranny. He's the same guy that was yelling at you to put on a mask when you were at the grocery store. He's the same guy that got in your face because you wouldn't put on a mask in the grocery store. He's the same guy that was calling your work trying to get you fired for some Facebook post you made. And he's the same guy that was cutting off his family members for not getting the vax. That's the type of guy that is, because laws change. And when you have people like Joe Biden running this country, or the people that run Joe Biden, making the laws and changing the laws in favor for them and to screw the common citizen, dude, you're part of the tyranny. You're a mouthpiece for it. And you want to know why we're losing? Because there are people like you that call yourselves conservatives. You call yourself a patriot because you're not. You're not. We've had enough laws for 80 years now, 100 years now. Stop with the laws. We're not children. In a perfect world, society will police itself, because if you would allow it to, it would. It's kind of like people with welfare and things like that. They say, oh, we need welfare. No, we don't, because the community would take care of itself. But the problem is they want to destroy community. They want to insert groups of people from different countries that have no ties, or they don't care about this country, to mix up your community. So then there is no community, because they don't want a community, because a community strong together is a resistance force. They want you to be dependent on the freaking government, 100%. Why do you think they try to take out small business and continue to do so? Why do you think you're overtaxed? Why do you think you don't get paid enough for how much you work, how hard you work? This is all part of the ploy. They don't want you to be self-sustaining. They don't want you. I see now the WEF is trying to say something about Klaus Schwab about making a law where you can't have a garden in your backyard because of why? Climate change. But these are the same fools that will go along with the tyranny. They're waiting for the mark of the beast to come out, and they'll be the first ones to turn you in, and they'll have a Patriot sticker on the back of their truck, just like John said from SOE Gear the other day. They'll have the same stickers as you. They'll be wearing the same shirts as you, and they'll be the same ones that call the ATF on you. Trust me, I've had those guys. I've had those. There's YouTubers right now that call freaking feds on me because they don't like me, that call themselves a patriot. You've seen other conservatives get swatted. Same group of people do that kind of shit. The people that say they're on the same side as you, they're not. And why the country's burning? Because people like that. And if you're one of them, go look in the mirror, give yourself a hard slap, and say, I'm going to fix myself. Because it's time. There's dudes eating human legs in the street. There's people getting murdered from squatters in their homes. The military, the National Guard, was just overtaken by illegal alien invasion yesterday. When are you going to wake up? If it's not today, when is it? And all gun laws are infringements. Anyhow, guys, I wanted to share this information. Don't believe nothing you hear from the next week until election cycle's over. Don't believe anything you hear, because it's all going to be false flags. It's all going to be lies. It's going to be ways to indoctrinate you, to trick you, fool you, to go along with the scheme. Guys, remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous.